let's transition to Destiny, which that was the most unsuspected thing.
Yeah.
Now, where did the issue with Destiny come from? Because I was kind of like surprised. Like I'm like scrolling through like my feed,
right?
And I see that you're live and shit.
Yeah.
I click on it and I see Destiny. I'm like, well, I was like, what's going on here, man? Like, how did that happen?
This is a very fascinating experience that we all need to understand. There's so many layers to this one.
Man, break it all down. We got
and this is a beautiful thing. So number one, similar. I don't know if you had heard of them before, but I never heard of them. Yeah. And that's not saying much because I've not heard of a lot of things. I
interviewed him.
Yeah. I've not heard of a lot of things. That's no disrespect to him. But I was getting DMs like, hey, this gamer is watching one of your clips at length and he's criticizing you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's curious. I was just kind of caught off guard. He's a gamer. He makes content about video games. Like, why am I on his stream?
Yeah.
So I click on it, and he has this Canadian woman who is a bit mentally unwell. She's
Laugh?
I don't want to say her name because her whole goal in life is to get attention.
Gotcha.
That's her whole goal in life. So we will give her none.
Hey,
we will give her none.
I'm fine with that too. Yeah,
you did?
Yeah.
So it's a nameless Canadian woman. She's a lonely mother. I like to call them lonely mothers. She's a lonely mother.
Facts, but lonely mother.
Yeah, she's a lonely mother. So she went on my stream a while back and got flamed.
Wow.
I'm talking about like an epic internet flame where I had to take it down after because I didn't want to get flagged.
Wow.
But so many people enjoyed the flaming that they downloaded the joint and shared it 1 million times,
God
right?
damn.
Everybody else had it on their channel. So it was a famous flaming of this woman, right? It's where she came into existence. It's her origin story.
Oh, wow.
I got flamed by the saint in the center, right?
Yeah.
So she was actually on his channel, and her only reference point for who am I is, I got flamed by the saint in the center.
Yeah.
Here's the video. So they're watching a lengthy clip of me flaming this woman with logic, you know, not insulting her, with logic. And they're talking about black issues, black male-female relationships, black male underperformance, inadequacy, sensitive issues. And all the while, you know, every now and then he'll chime in and insult black people or insult me specifically.
Yeah.
He'll chime, but most of the time he's just playing video games while she's pouring her heart out about something she's serious about. And other little black, tap dancers and shufflers and, you know, they'll come in on the stream and they'll continue engaging her, talking about black issues.
Yeah.
Then I say something that he didn't like because I call him Mr. Stinky Cock.
Yeah.
It says something he didn't like. He was like, I'm going to go DEFCON 4 on black people. I'm going to start calling out black people's homophobia. And
God damn.
I'm like, wait, hold on. Wait. I am not black people.
Yeah.
I am one man. One of the definitions of racism is the discrimination of a group of people, typically when you associate low characteristics to that group. So it's like he wasn't even listening to me. He just looked at me and said, oh, it's black people.
Yeah.
He's a racist, just flat out, he's a racist. Because it doesn't make any sense logically to carry from an individual black person said something, you identified with a misnomer, homophobia. You should have said, I'm gonna go DEFCON 4 on the saint. Or I wanna debate him on this homophobic thing I'm observing.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing. I was like, oh, the boy's a racist. He's a closeted racist, of which there are many, especially the left. The left is exceptionally racist, but it's all low key.
Democrats, yeah.
The right is also very racist, but they ain't trying to hide it 9 out of 9. So anyway, so he says, this stuff that was racist, and I was like, oh, okay, for sure. Like, all right, we gonna put him in the crosshairs. Then we gonna deal with it. And a lot of folks were saying, oh, he's a great debater. He's the best debate. This guy is the debating king.
Yes, right. He has like annihilated a bunch of other creators, right? Yeah. Now,
You're right.
Now y'all two are a great match.
It would seem if you're an internet personality, but if you ask yourself, okay, beyond the internet, what has he done? Like beyond like talking on the microphone, what has he done in life? Like what has his experiences been that have put him to the test?
Well, a kid, right?
What's that? he has a child?
Yeah, right. I mean,
look. I got a homie of mine. I'm gonna go kick it with after this. You heard me?
Yeah.
He's like, these my white kids, these my black kids, these my Latino kids. He got about 5 baby mamas.
God,
you heard me?
yeah.
So if a kid is the test, he
he
qualified.
Yeah.
Now, so you got this guy who is unlettered, went to a 3rd-tier university, dropped out on a music degree, which is one of the easier degrees to get.
Yeah.
He claimed he dropped out because he was working at a restaurant. It was too much.
Yeah.
And he spent his whole life playing video games and then yelling at people on the internet.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you got a young black kid who teaches himself technology, invents a technology, flies around the world, does business with the Chinese Communist Party, is, negotiating with the Korean government as well as the Puerto Rican government, gets deals, gets grants
That's deep.
from their government.
Yeah.
The negotiation skills and the business savvy and the ability to debate with high-level minds.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see a video where the governor of Virginia is trying to get me to open an office there so they get that tax money, right?
Oh, wow.
But the point is no, you don't have the experience to operate at this level. And further, what's a debate? A debate is where you establish a point, an intellectual point.
Yes, absolutely.
You have to defend it or you have to advance your point.
Yes.
That's what a debate is.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. Now, so I say, okay, he wants to smoke. Fantastic. Before I could even do my response video to the initial one, he does another live stream going through my video for in excess of an hour.
Now, what did he say though? During those reactions that had you thinking, yo, you is disrespecting the big homie.
This guy's a misogynist. This guy's homophobic. This guy's sexist. Just basically all of the liberal talking points.
Yeah, they'll do it.
And he, as an individual, is not important.
Yeah.
But it's important to provide people with a toolkit for A, understanding his perspective, and B, combating it. And C, you got people on the right or on the center. These are reasonable, people on the right, the center, the left, who might be reasonable, and they're going to go with whatever makes sense, the truth. Then you have ideologues on both sides. They're rightist or they're leftist. They're not going to budge. Most of his fan base is leftist because he's bisexual, right?
Yeah.
So they're staunch leftists.
Yes, definitely bisexual, I think. Yeah.
And then there's people in the middle who are neutral, and they're just trying to figure things out.
The truth, yeah.
General young people. So I was like, okay, this will be useful. He'll be a foil for me explaining things.
Yeah.
He does a second video before I can even do my first one. Then I start with my first one, and it's not a debate. It's a video going through his points and his claims. And the title of the video was exposing his racism and the misnomer of homophobia.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, if you've been watching my content for a long time, I don't have anything about racism. I almost never talk about racism.
Yeah, no.
And when I do events and when I talk about who I'm working for all of humankind.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
There's no racism in what I do.
Yes.
I don't like things that discriminate or separate peoples.
Absolutely.
I've been around the world. I've observed firsthand. We are pretty much all the same.
Yes, absolutely.
You find a guy in Iraq, you find a guy in Antarctica. They both want to get laid. They got the same person, the same priorities. Yeah.
All one for the pussy.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so I start my live session, and then eventually he hits the link to join on. He came in when I was going through his background because the first thing we have to dispense with, and one thing I always teach is hierarchy. Hierarchy is important. Confucius talks about hierarchy. He talks about the basic relationships, ruler and subject, husband and wife, older sibling and younger sibling. These things bring order and they define culture. Hierarchy is important. You need to know who you should respect.
Yeah.
So I said, first off, I can tell that people are being fanatical and just even suggest that he can debate because you're talking about a guy who spent his life playing video games, has no college degrees, and no credibility outside of the internet.
Yeah.
Why would you compare that to? So I just wanted to go through that first. So he hops on the stream while I'm doing that.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you talking about my education for? I was like, I'm talking about your credentials. If you were to go to a formal debate, they actually do introduce you based on your credentials.
That's true.
Anyways, long story short, here's the issue. So we go through the debate topic. So first we talk a little bit about, first we actually talk about his background. And here's where it got
spicy.
Here's where he got really mad. And you'll see if I actually did a reaction video. I think I might have taken that one down as well. And a lot of his fanatics, they'll say, oh, you took this down because you don't want the truth. I'm like, no, I took it down because you guys are flagging my video. I took this down because y'all are trying to cancel me. People who hate the truth must cancel you.
Mass report, yeah.
Because if you were saying things that were completely crazy, a normal person would watch it like, this guy's a nut, cut it off. But there is a special ingredient called truth, which you don't want to get out. So you are trying to cancel and censor.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so we get to one point, and he says to me, he says the following. Because I told him he was unqualified to give advice.
Yes, I heard that.
He says, what is one thing that my experience precludes me from giving advice on? What is one thing my experience precludes me, stops me from giving advice on? I said, oh, well, it's curious. You should ask.
The crypto.
So I clicked play.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're going to play a YouTube video? I was like, calm down, my boy. This is you.
Yes.
This is called a primary source.
Yes.
When people do research, they want to use primary sources. Not only will we speak of something you've done, we will show it.
Absolutely.
So they know we're not lying. And it specifically goes on to say, he says, oh man, crypto and NFTs, that's a scam. Anyone, his words, anyone selling NFTs is just trying to scam you. Then he goes on further to say something ironic. He says, we should create something wherein like we punish people because they'll say something is bad or dumb and then they'll do it. It's hypocrisy. His words.
Yeah.
Then I say, okay, there's that first clip of you. Here's another clip of you. Then I click the clip and he's like, oh yeah, you know, there's this thing where you can sell NFTs and the creator gets 10% of all of the sales. He gets 10% of the proceeds. So yeah, you guys should buy it. Like, you know, I have some classic Twitch streams that you're going to want. So
yeah.
So what's he doing? He's selling NFTs. Why? To make money. There are a couple personality types that I don't trust and I don't want to take advice from.
Yeah.
One is the people who need money. You heard me? Like everything. That's why
we're all broke though.
Yeah, you can't trust. You can't trust it.
Yeah.
And that's why I believe politicians should come in for service. When you've been successful in life, and you say, my mission now is not to go make money, it's to give back.
Yeah, it's power.
And that's why I tell people at my conferences, I say, you know what? When I was a young man, my number one goal, more important than love, more important than anything, was to make $1 million. I want to make millions. My goal now is to make millionaires.
Damn, man, that's real. That's deep, man.
My goal now is to make millionaires.
Man, that's
I'm
deep.
on this other level now. I'm trying to see you win. And that's how my OGs was. His older brother put me in the game. He was my basketball coach. All he wanted to do is see me win.
Oh, man, shut up.
My partner Ryan. And then I had this one super thick, shaped like a ocho, my boy. Went to a private school. I ain't gonna name it. I don't want nobody to know who she is. Bad.
Man.
Bad. I was 16.
Black or Hispanic or what?
She was mixed.
Oh,
you heard
man.
me? So she was actually half German, half black.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Pure flame. Anyways, I'm trying to max her out. You heard me? His older brother's like, bro, I got you, man. I'm going to drive you over there. And I'm like, yeah, but she had her mom's house and whoop-de-whoop. He was like, bro, I'm going to drive you over there. You know, text her, man, sneak in the side, beat that down. I'm going to be out here. I'm going to just wait. However long you take, I'm going to be right here.
Man, that's a real homie right there.
I was raised like that. You want to see your people win.
Absolutely.
You don't get jealous of them. If they winning more than you, we coming up together. Huh?
Nah, that's a fact.
I'm here with my mans I grew up with.
Yeah, man, shout out to Ryan, man.
I ain't bring no strangers in here.
No,
I'm with my mans. I was a kid with this man. Anyways, where were we?
Destiny and his character flaw.
His money grab.
Yeah.
First video. NFTs are a scam.
Yeah.
Anyone selling them is a scammer.
Yeah.
We should hold people accountable for being hypocrites. Second video, hey, buy my NFTs. I have NFTs. I'm selling NFTs. NFT for you. NFT for you.
Yeah.
So it's like, brethren,
Yeah.
use a cold liar and a hypocrite. Explain to me how you rectify saying it's a scam and then trying to sell it. Explain that. Then what does he do?
Yeah.
It's called a red herring.
Okay.
He starts distracting. Well, why don't you tell me what an NFT is? What?
I seen that,
That
though.
has nothing to do with anything.
And then the fans came and started trolling, asking what an NFT is.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Now, here's the funny thing. It's very clever and it's strategic. It's so strategic, people have been doing it for thousands of years. We have a name for it.
Yeah.
It's a logical fallacy called a red herring.
Yeah.
Which is to distract from the actual topic because you can't win on the current topic.
Yeah.
Right? In a debate, you have a point or a topic. He couldn't win because we had to address the truth. And the truth was hideous. So he does, instead, what's an NFT? But here's the irony.
Yeah.
here's the irony. I had just finished a conference where what did I do? I taught people what an NFT is, how people get scammed on NFTs, and how you can create NFTs, what's the business model behind NFTs. And I did this with one of my engineers who's worked in my businesses. I actually, you can go to marquettism.com, you heard me, and buy an episode where you can learn to create NFTs from scratch. So he's asking a guy who's an inventor of technology and reasonably sophisticated, more than him and more than his viewers, what's an NFT? One, it's a ludicrous question. It's ludicrous to ask me. It's a slap in the face, right?
Yeah, of course.
It's a slap in the face. That's like me asking DJ Academics, who's Drake? He's a hip hop commentator. He would know. If anybody knows, it's him. So he tries to distract. So I'm not going to play petty and answer the question. So what does he do the whole time? As soon as I said, no, that's a red herring. You're trying to distract. You tell us, because you asked me, what precludes me from giving advice to other people based on my experience? Well, your experience is you said NFTs are a scam. Then your second experience and your advice is go buy my NFT. That precludes you because you're clearly a money hustler. You're a dirtbag. What does he start doing? This man turned into Beethoven. He started playing piano. He didn't win Stevie Wonder. He playing piano. I'm like, what's going on with little buddy over here? Bro, tripping. He was mad and stressed. He started playing piano and some more stuff, man. And then everything broke down from there. But here's the funny thing. The fanatics on his side, they come back, they're like, he won the debate. What debate? The first point we went to, I answered his question. I said, hey, defend your actions. And he started playing piano. He thought he was John Legend. We're just ordinary people. It's like, bro, didn't turn into Alicia Keys in his life. What debate point did he win? He didn't win one. And so what we realized there is that, he's been in the internet game a long time. I've been in the real world. I'm new to the internet game. So I noticed what he does is he'll put subscriber only mode when he goes live. So no one can disagree with the nonsense. When I went live, anybody could join in. And that's how his people were able to join in. And what do I do as a infiltrate precisely? And what do I do as a reasonable man? I let them come on and speak their piece. But they're gaming nerds and fanatics, and they really just want to defend this fella because they probably engage in the same sick behaviors. But he basically got obliterated on that. Then I went on to the second point, which is homophobia. And I said, okay, well, let's go on to another topic since you're embarrassed. Homophobia. A phobia is a medical diagnosis, which means fear of. This is something that is defined in a book that has been established by scientists. There is no such diagnosis called homophobia. Because it actually doesn't exist. What you're actually trying to do as a leftist is you guys often bring in medicine to give legitimacy to your claims and accusations. So you're trying to use this term to make people seem crazy or mentally unwell because they disagree with you. It is not a phobia. I've never met anybody who was around people who engage in homosexuality and they were scared, Nah, bro, I used to live in San Francisco in Pack Heights. You heard me?
Of course.
Even on Halloween, we go out, there's gay people all over. Half of them half dressed anyways, right? I'm not like, oh my God. No, there's no phobia. It's called, I don't agree with your behavior.
Absolutely.
But you've created this term as a part of your discourse and propaganda effort, and we shall expose it. So when you call me homophobia, what you really meant to say is, I'm a homosexual, and you're speaking against my behaviors, and I'm mad. That's really what it was.
Oh, man.
But he didn't want to talk about the linguistic aspect of it and the fact that they're creating words on a consistent basis. You almost don't understand what they're talking about anyway. Like, I'm AFAB, you're cisgender, this is trans, that, I'm transracial, trans
I'm too slow.
Transformer. Yeah, we don't know.
Which is why, right? It was really hard. A debate between you and him would be hard for somebody like me to really truly follow along with, right? Because again, the NFTs, the how to create it from the bro, I don't know.
Which is irrelevant though. That's
you feel me? Yeah, bro. I don't know nothing about that.
You know how I helped him out?
Yeah.
Because his one of his butt buddies had got on after that, and his butt buddy had said, Marquett, why didn't you just answer what an NFT is? I said, number one, at the level at which I understand NFTs, if I
disrespect to even.
Right, it's disrespect to ask, and I won't lower myself. I'm already digging in the swamp, even talking to you people, but I won't lower myself. But if I did foolishly lower myself and explain, everybody would be lost.
Exactly.
Because it's technical.
Yeah,
and
facts.
this is not a technical audience.
No, absolutely.
That's number one.
Yeah.
But more importantly, let's remove the concept of NFT.
Yeah.
Consider this. Let's say it was a cell phone. Right?
Yeah.
You do a stream and you say, anyone who sells cell phones is a scammer. Then on your next stream, you say, hey, I'm selling cell phones. Anybody want to buy a cell phone?
Yeah.
And I ask you, hey, how you say cell phones are a scam to sell, and now you're selling them?
No, like that, like that right there has definitely been one of the biggest black mark on like his career so far, because people do bring that up a lot, right? Now, like, his reason is, but listen, man, like they offered a big bag. I needed a bag.
Did he really say that?
Yeah,
Oh,
right,
wow.
right, and like, and right, and you know, and like he stated, listen, they offered a big bag, and if I already warned people about NFT scams, and then the next day I tell you guys to buy it, who fault, right? Like, and who fault is it really, right? So, I guess that explanation somewhat makes sense a little bit, right? Saying, listen, man, if I got the big bag for it, I'm a broke streamer, right? And I already
Is he though?
Well, at that time he was, right?
Wow.
Right, because I think like at that time Twitch was getting ready to like cancel him or like take him off the platform, right? So like he was, you know, like
He was scrounging for money.
yeah,
Scrounging for money.
Yeah, man.
Yo, we just hit 400,000 subscribers right here on the Clips channel. So if you want to help us out, click subscribe, get us to 500K. Yeah.